Hello, everybody. Um, this is Jonah from Blue Lotus Coding. It has been a while since we last had a video done, so my apologies on that. It turns out that there is an issue with applying custom jobs. Custom jobs or custom classes in Ragnarok RAthena, and I'm going to show you what that problem is. And this is going to be considered the most up-to-date way to implement custom classes. My guess is that it is my CPU or graphics card, because on this computer, this is a AMD related thing. This is my presumption. All right, let's see. Let me think here. So we're going to start with all the things that we normally would do in my first video. So before that, I'm also going to go through some of the file systems that you need to go through. Here is the entire project that I set up for myself. It's kind of like something to work out of while I test things and create things and what have you. All right, so we're going to start with the emulator. I'm going to make this a part 1 and then a part 2 video. I think this would be a lot better for y'all. Um, So part 1 would be full on server side setup. Okay, if you do this correctly, it will work, and you need to pay close attention to what I am doing. I get questions about stuff that I actually covered in my video. Okay, so if you don't do it the way that I've done it in the video, you need to go back and pay attention to what I have directed. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is get a copy of RAthena um, from source. I did not get my RAthena from there. I will show you where I got my RAthena from. So okay, so I went to Speedrun's video to start a offline server. Okay, this is, in my opinion, this is the best way to do it. It is very easy to do this video. Okay, just go through everything that
Hello,
he did to set things up. Okay, so I'm not actually going to talk about um I'm not going to go through the video. Obviously, you don't need that. This is what you need. Okay, and you need this copy here. Don't use mirror 1, use mirror 2, because mirror 2, let me show you. Mirror 2 has that exact copy of RAthena from that time. All right, and the reason why I tell you don't do it is because RAthena updated, and it got rid of the method of applying custom jobs with the latest pool. I mean, with the current master of RAthena on GitHub. So if you want to do this, just use the 2023 RAthena um, uh, server side setup. Okay. All right. Now let's go back to what we were supposed to be doing. So once you get this file, you want to go through the process of setting this up. You should know how to do this. If you come to this video, anybody that's come to this video should already know how to set up their own RAthena server. Okay. If you don't know how to do it, you can literally go look it up on YouTube. Okay. And everybody's configurations is not going to be the same, because you might have something special you want to do. All right. You came here to learn custom jobs, how to implement custom jobs, and that's what I'm going to teach you. All right. So once you get your RAthena set up, you want to open it in Visual Studio Code, Community, or whichever version you have, and we're going to go through each of the main files that you need to edit. Here, I had a YouTuber. they wanted to help. I mean, not a YouTuber, but I had someone from my comments DM me to help them with some things. So this video is going to help them, and it should help everybody. All right. So in addition to this video, I want to show you guys something that's really important. You want to open up the defines underscore pre.hpp, and you want to make sure your packet version is the version of the client that you're using. So the 2021 1117 or the 2022 0406 packet, you want to make sure that you set this. Um, in my opinion, this shouldn't be a problem, but I do remember this was a thing when I initially started doing this video in the first time. In fact, I'm not sure if you can set multiple clients. So for now, I'll just comment out this line and keep 2022 0406, which is the client that I have right now. All right. So in Enter C, in order for you to find out where this stuff is, you go to the Solution Explorer and you literally type in the name of the file. Okay? If you go to the Solution Explorer and you search it, you can find every file that I have shown you here. Okay? And once you find this, let me save that. Once you find this, you will go to the job Sky Emperor 2, and under that you would put these mentions here. Okay, of course not the same thing I have here, obviously, but whatever your custom job is going to be, that is what you're going to put there. There is another thing that I'm going to talk about in this video that is going to be very important for you guys to understand. If you want to implement job 2 job, second job, third job, fourth job class. Okay, in order for you to do that, you have to do it the way that I'm showing you, at least as of this video, because that is my understanding of how it should be done. Okay, all right. So you go down again. You go down to job Sky Emperor 2. You make you a comment here, custom jobs, and you write these in. All right. Once you're done, you're gonna go to map.hpp. Now here is where things get interesting. If you want your job to be base job, all you have to do is just type the base ID. Now, I believe it's better for you to put it in the area where all first jobs are, and then go on to the next area, put it where the second jobs are, and etc. Like for example, here you see novice and for all first jobs, right? Okay. Now you just put your a little area, and where all your custom jobs will be, that's your first job, will be right here. Okay. Then we move on to the second jobs. Okay. This is very important. In order for you to register your second job as second job 1 and second job 2, you need to give them this parameter here. All right. This defines which job class category your custom job will be in. All right. So you will see it in the game. This will also determine how your classes are inherited as well once you set them up properly. Otherwise, it's going to jack up and it's going to cause a lot of issues. I spent like an entire week trying to figure out why the fuck this is not working. And I found out that that one of my problems was very simple, and it just means that you just need to make sure that your job IDs are open. You don't need anything occupying your job IDs, but I'll talk more about that as we move along in the video. All right. So once you set your second job class 1 and 2, now we can move on to the next thing. Now this is an example of what it should look like in map.hpp. Okay. So you look for these mentions, and you just put your first custom job. If it's base custom job, you put it here. And then you take your second job, put it here. All right. Next, you go to the pc.hpp. You're gonna look for this mention, and you're gonna find all of these. All right. You want to make sure that you write it the same way you see that I have it here. It is that simple. Okay. It is literally that simple. Now, if you wanted to do, let's say, four custom jobs, right? The All you got to do is this. Let's say, boom, boom. All right. Then, shift enter, and then you write what your next class would be. So, yes, and then you would do equal, and you would say job, whatever custom class. Whatever this is, and you just put a freaking backslash. All right, that's all you do. But you have to make sure that once you apply this new class, that it looks just like this, and it has to end with a backslash, just like this. Otherwise, it's going to break. Your code is going to break. Okay. All right. Let me make sure. Okay, we're good. Now, after this is done, you move on to script constants, and you find out where these are. Just find out where Sky Emperor 2, job Sky Emperor 2 is. And you're going to type in your export constants job Padawan. I mean, that's for me. But for you, whatever your custom job is, you put it here. And there should be another area. All right, let's see. What? No, pretty sure it's in the export constant too as well, right? Yeah. So in EA2, export constant 2, you put the map ID, EAJ Padawan, and etc. Okay, this is what it's supposed to look like. All right, this is what it's supposed to look like. And it's easier just to find all. Okay, so you need a export constant here, export constant 2, and you're done. All right. It is as simple as that. Don't overcomplicate it. This is what you do. All right. Next, we're gonna go to pc.cpp. All right, and we're gonna find. Let's see. Let's find all mentions of Padawan in this document because it's gonna be easier that way. All right. So first things first, you find this is pretty much what you need to look for. PC, job ID, map ID, etc. You go down here, just look for 2 jobs, solar aesthetic, etc. Now you have Padawan, Jedi, job, map, boom, right? The next thing is you need to find the map ID here. And it's going to look like this here. Map ID to job ID, all right? So you find the job ID, to map ID, and then you find the map ID to job ID. That's what it looks like, okay? So you found job to map, all right? Then we're gonna go down. Now you find map to job, okay? What in the, okay, this shouldn't be right here. That shouldn't be right there. Okay, boom. And you want to find, what's this? Const character job name, right? So here you put in whatever you put in for your inter.c. So if you see here, you put 7, 701, 702. You come here and you're gonna put 7, 701, 702, just like this. All right, just like that. Now, the last thing you do is you come here and you want to put in your custom job IDs. All right. So I was told, thank you, Stowe. Shout out to El Jahar. Um, you make sure that your job IDs are free. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by free? It means that there's nothing occupying the job ID. Like right here, we can't take job ID 4302 because Job Sky Emperor is in place of that. And what happens is your class starts to inherit a bunch of BS from the other class that you're not trying to inherit because you're because of that. And it also it screws up a lot. So my my advice is if you're going to create a custom class, go all the way. Just create a brand new fully custom class. Yes, it's a little bit more work because you're not replacing things, but it's a true custom class, okay? It's not no BS where you're taking out Sky Emperor and then you're giving the new class all of the Sky Emperor skills. No, that's not in my opinion, that's not a custom class. Custom class comes with custom skills, custom effects, etc. That is a custom class, all right? Anyway, this is what I did. So I used the job ID range between 4501 and maybe about 5,000, or you could say let's do 4501 to like 4800 or something like that. So use that range, okay? So these ranges, these three here are brand new IDs that have not been used by Ragnarok Colon. Okay, so just use these 4501, etc. So use job IDs 4500 and 4501 through 5000. Okay. Um, there you go. So just use those. Now, from here, we're pretty much done with the initial video. You want to make sure that you want to make sure that you rebuild. So you go here and you click rebuild solution. I always like to do rebuild. Um, yeah. So that concludes the part 1 of the video. I hope you guys have a great evening. And there will be timestamps for everything in this particular video. I know the first time I done this, it wasn't done in that manner. But part 2 is going to be the most important thing because I have to show you guys some of the issues that you would better be able to see some of the issues that I had um, when using the custom job patch because it was broken. All right.